Hello, everyone, and welcome to SuttonsDaze and to the 30 Days of Preparedness collaboration. We have some spectacular channels participating in this collaboration. I hope that you check out the playlist up here, and I'll put it in the description box below. Fantastic channels, a different preparedness topic every single day for the month of September for National Preparedness Month. I love it. It's fun. I love it. You learn so much all the time. We all look at things just different enough that you can take away something from every single video. I love it. It's fantastic. So in case you didn't notice from the thumbnail, my topic today is emergency lighting. Yes, emergency lighting is super important, especially with winter coming on, which typically means shorter days, longer nights, different weather emergencies, power outages. You need light for a number of reasons: to safely maneuver around your home or any place else, for security. Security is a really big one. You don't like it when those things go bump in the night and you can't see what they are. It's always better when you can see what they are, isn't it? So we're going to start off, we're going to go through, I don't know, there's a lot. So we're going to go through all the different lighting preps that we currently have in place in our house. Okay. So first and foremost, candles. Now, I've got the really nice smelly one, right? And then I've got your basic Dollar Tree candle. These are not great. They are kind of troublesome to stay lit. You have to pour off the wax sometimes. Definitely what you're getting what you pay for, but they do in case of an emergency. And so I've got a stash of about a dozen sitting around here and there. Will you read a book by them? If you're 20 and you've got really good eyesight, okay? But they make a really good ambient light to help you get started and figure out where you're at and what's happening. And with the glass, it protects it so that you're not having to worry about drafts or anything else, okay? So it doesn't hurt to have a few around. Dollar Tree ones, I don't know. But candles are important, even smelly ones. But the smelly ones have their drawbacks, okay? I love this. I love this candle. It is Goose Creek, okay? And it's actually called Poison Cupcake, but smells really good. Do I use it for light? No, I use it just to make me feel warm and fuzzy on a cold, wet evening here in the fall, okay? So can I use it for some light? Absolutely. Some nice ambient light, thank you. It's perfect for that, just like this is. If you have candles, if you have, stick candles, whatever they are, or the little votives or the tea lights or anything else, it's best to have something that contains them, to put them in, that can block some of the wind. Number one, it makes it much safer for a fire, as far as fire hazard goes. And number two, it does keep the wind down, which makes them burn better, produces a little bit more light. So number one is candles. Number two, kind of similar, only different, kind of. Okay, so number two is oil lamps. Can you see the oil in there? There's oil in there. So we have a number of these throughout the entire house. And we've burned them maybe half a dozen times. And at least half of those times we didn't need to, okay? What we do have to do on a regular basis is dust them. But these are really good to have around if you know that you're going to be out of power on a winter night and it's dark at 5 o'clock, okay? And you are definitely not going to bed yet. You need to be able to see what's going on around the house. You need to be able to maneuver around the house, okay? This is a great way to do it. You don't need a real pretty one. You don't need a real heavy one, okay? These just happen to be what I found at garage sales or whatnot. And so I paid a couple bucks for them. I filled them with oil. I put new wicks on them. I made sure to put the hurricane lamp on them. And poof, I've got light that will withstand breezes, that I can walk around with. It's somewhat portable, and can light up a good space, okay? You could, if you needed to, sit there and read with it, or knit, or crochet, or work on something that needs some repair. This is a good thing to have. But in order to have either one of those, this is a really good thing to have right here. These you can get for next to nothing. They are childproof. We use them to start the wood burner. We use them to start the candles. We use them to start the oil lamps. We have a ton of these around, just as backup, because you don't have to get your hand in there like with a Bic lighter. And Bic lighters, I got nothing against those. Definitely have some of those. But these are handy for getting these other things going. Highly recommend having a good stash of those too. So we have two things. We have candles, we have oil lamps. Very, very handy. Next, we have flashlights. Now, I'm going to show you a bunch of different flashlights, okay? We have the big yellow one with the spotlight, you know, that's great. We have this, so we've got that, and then it does that, and then it does something else, I'm sure. There's a, I don't know. Anyway, so it comes off the end, it comes off here, and probably one of my favorite parts about this is it clips to your belt, and it has a magnet on back. I actually took this off the refrigerator. That's where this sat. We normally have a couple, 2, 3 of these on the refrigerator, so we know exactly where they are. We can grab them and go. If you are, where'd it go? If you are, there we go. If you are a baseball hat wearer, okay, then this is phenomenal because you clip it, that little clip right there, you clip it to the bill of your baseball hat, and poof, you have, come on, there we go. I don't know if you can see it, but you have light. Whoop, see that? Okay, so this is really handy because it's a no hands application. Put it on, turn it on, you've got your hat on. Wherever you turn your head, you've got the light. Absolutely great if you're, especially if you're dealing with critters in the barn or the chicken coop or something like that out in the yard. This is handy to have. If you're repairing something, this is handy to have, and it's super bright. So I love it. Do I have a flashlight on you, dog? No? There's light shining on her. Okay, so the next one, another hands-free option, is this. Okay, and this, okay, don't laugh now. Don't laugh at me, right? But it goes so well with the bun, don't you know? Okay, but you put this on, and I probably should have felt for the lights first, but there's a, there it is. Woo, 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 woo. Oh, I got to do that. See? Okay. Ta-da! Okay, so you put that over your hat, over your head. If you have a stocking cap, it goes great with that. You can put it right on your forehead. These are adjustable, so, you know, had I been better prepared, I would have had it adjusted to my forehead and my bun. But super great. Much brighter light than, say, the one that goes on the bill of your cap. So this is good. This is if you're, like, really outside doing stuff. Phil wears them when he's snow blowing, you know, in the wintertime, and they're handy to have around. We've got a few different kinds of these. Definitely great for the hands-free. And again, repairs, safety, it's good to have. If you are handling a weapon, you want a hands-free. You really do. I think it makes it much easier, especially if you're familiar with it and you know how to turn it off right away, okay? So hands-free for just about anything you could possibly think of. Have different variations just in case, because you never know what the circumstances are going to be. I love me some hands-free lamps. Now, I've mentioned this one before. You guys see my radio? And it's a hand crank radio, okay? Now, for Christmas one year, I got all the boys a hand crank flashlight too. And so you might want to find some of those, because you just wind that up, right? And then find the button, Lise. Find the button. Okay. This is where you go. Lise, don't you wish you edit? See? And there you go. It's right on top. So there you go. And you just crank it when you need it. Okay. So that is a very, very handy thing to have. You put the handle down, you tuck it in, you put it away. This goes back into my get home bag in my car. Handy, handy flashlight to have. And it's hand crank, so you don't have to worry about batteries or anything like that. See, now with these versions, with all of these versions, you have to pay attention to batteries. You really do. So that's another thing to consider. But I'm telling you, we don't change the batteries out very often in those. But having ones that you don't need batteries for is really, really a good idea. So you've got the hand crank, and then you've also got the, these cost like a couple bucks, okay? And these are extras that we have not put out yet. I'm saving them specifically for the windowsills come wintertime, because these are going to sit out there and they're going to collect the sun all day, whatever light that we have, and we don't get a lot. Our solar lights struggle here in the wintertime because we just don't get enough sun. It's gray and dark and short days, you know, but something's better than nothing. And these will light up in case of an emergency. and give us that extra little bit of light so that you're not having to go into the bathroom without any light, you know, because that is no fun. And I hate taking candles into the bathroom with me. I really do. Okay, so you've got the solar. You've got the hand wound one, you crank it. You've got the handheld or the handless flashlights, the ones you can put on your head. You've got the candles, you've got the oil lamps, and I always recommend, this is my little kit from the car. I always recommend these kits where you can get all kinds of really great stuff, but in them, almost always, in your kits, are a little flashlight, okay? And this is just a little tactical flashlight. You can clip it on your belt. You can clip it on your keychain. You can leave it in your car with your kit so that you are completely prepared and ready to go. This, like I said, stays in my kit. And I've got that little flashlight if anything happens and I'm on the road. That is an extra added little bit of security, a way to flag people down if you don't have flares. Get some flares, okay? But it's another way to have that extra light. A lot of people say, well, Lise, okay, come on. You can have that flashlight app on your phone. That is going to wear out your phone super fast. So it's better to have all of these different ways. And redundancy is a beautiful thing. Why do I need this much to create emergency light? Because scenarios change, scenarios change, circumstances change, weather, different factors change. Maybe I can't find the lighter, so I have to use these. Maybe I'm by myself, and so I have to have the hands-free one because I want to have my gun in my hand. There's all different kinds of scenarios that you can come up with, and they're all going to be different so that you can pick the best tool, the best lighting tool for you and yours. I love these old oil lamps. I really do. Not only are they charming and wonderful, and they put off a very nostalgic glow. Yay. Okay. I can put them on the counter and not worry that the cat is going to catch herself on fire. Okay. So it's safe for me with these, much safer than the candle. And it's a long lasting, consistent light that you can have with the lamp because you don't have to worry about any wind or anything like that messing with the flame. And you don't have to recharge that the way that you would with the wind up or with the battery flashlights, So they all have their pros and cons, but what you need to do is kind of walk around and say, okay, what kind of emergency lighting can I implement in my house, in my areas, and put them everywhere. I had to go to the car, to the living room, to the bedroom, to the kitchen, to the breezeway. I'm looking at all these going, where did I get these from? These are everywhere so that we have a way to provide emergency lighting no matter where we are, whether we're on the road, whether we're in the barn, whether we're in the house, whether it is summer, winter, fall, or spring. Emergency lighting is always a good idea to have around, okay? Now, if you're dealing with certain weather issues like tornadoes and hurricanes and earthquakes, that kind of thing, maybe a full oil lamp is not the best idea, but if you have a way to secure it, or they have different, more modern oil lamps that you can use now, take a look at that. There are all kinds of lighting options in there. Check out the link below because I'll link to a whole bunch of them, and I'll link to some of the ones, my favorites, down below also, okay? So what do you have on hand today for your emergency lighting? Where do you have it? And do you have all the tools that you need to make sure that it works when the time comes to use it? Do you have matches or lighters? Do you have batteries? Do you have wicks? Do you have any of that stuff? That's as important as the lighting implement itself, because one is useless without the other, right? Okay, let me know in the comments section below what kind of emergency lighting you have in your house. I would love to hear your ideas and your suggestions. Remember to check out all of the videos in the playlist and keep watching because we're not even halfway through the month yet, and I have learned so much. It's been fantastic, and I hope that you are enjoying the collaboration too. Remember, if you like what we do here, please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Check us out on Instagram and Facebook, and please be safe.